Yeah, so could you see my screen?
It's not visible, Shankar. Have you said?
Just a second.
Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah, yeah.
Guys, today I'm in my uncle's place, so I don't have VS Code in my setup. But maybe we will use the online compiler today. And from next class, we'll be using the real GCC compiler. Okay. Anyway, the working is same. Uh, so I'm using this online GDB. So this is the one will be used on most interviews actually. So this is the famous compiler for that. Uh, so let me change to a C++. Yeah. So yesterday we have seen like what are the things we seen yesterday? Anyone?
Class, constructor, destructor,
Exactly.
and type of class. Not all were covered, but
Yes, types of not types of class, but
class
types of
constructor.
yes, is correct. Types of class constructors, and we saw default and parameterized, and we saw about the conditional statements, right? Using if, elif.
Yes.
So these three topics we cover. So right now, before learning the before learning the copy constructor, right? We need to learn some other important topics to understand this topic. So, so let me give you one example. I'm going to create one class. Uh, 0. Here, my class syntax is like public. Have to put a constructor. It should be a name as a class name. So I'm putting 0. I'm just putting a default constructor and printing some CLs here. Okay. Then what else is required? So here, before learning the copy constructor, first thing we have to learn is what is reference. We have to learn about reference. Okay, any idea what is reference? In C programming, are you using reference?
No.
Okay. So in C++, there is a syntax called ampersand. Okay, this means reference operator. Okay. In C, it is called as address, right? Address of a variable, right? But in C++, it still get an address, but in C++ way of filling is it's a reference actually. Okay, so why do we use it as, let's create one function here in public section. Let's say void test reference, okay? In data. And what I'm doing is like, std cout data. But before doing this, what I'm doing is I'm going to create one variable, local variable. Also, okay, I directly printed data. And this I'm creating one main function. I will explain you after typing the program.
Hi Rahul, I think Madhav is on queue actually. So
Oh,
so
okay,
can you
okay.
accept it?
Sorry. Yeah, Mahesh.
Nice, yeah, nice.
Yeah, hi, Ray.
Hey, hi, Mahesh. Sorry, I didn't see you on queue.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah, thanks. So, Mahesh, what we are talking about, we just started it actually. Just now, I'm typing the program before explaining. So, today we are going to see about reference. Okay. So, yesterday we learned about the conditional statements, right? Hash if and end if and elif, right? Then we see the types of constructor that we see about default constructor and parameterized. So, the copy constructor is pending, right, from our side. So, before learning the copy constructor, these are the prerequisites that we should learn before understanding the copy constructor. Okay, so here I have a class name called 0. Okay, here in public section, I have this function. Its return type is void and test reference, and I'm using a parameter called it data, and I'm just printing it. Okay, right now I don't want to use this kind of method since we don't use it. Let's make the code a little simple. So I'm defining it outside of class. How can I define it?
With class name and scope.
Exactly. So the formula is class name. Sorry, first it is return type, right? The formula is return type, class name, yes, scope resolution, function name. Sorry. But we are missing one more thing here. What is that? Do you think this code will compile? Let's do it. No, we're getting an error. No declaration matches this function. Even though we are telling it's an class function, but it still couldn't find it out. It's telling, you are telling class, but I don't know, I can't find this in class. What may be the problem here? We have one. Exactly, we have to declare. So we have to declare where? In private or public? Public. Okay. Why should we declare in public instead of private? Since it's a class member, right? What happens if I declare like this?
It can be accessed when we are calling.
That's right. So we are calling this from outside of class, right? From main function. Main is somewhere else in the code. We are trying to call that. So it won't work. Yeah, that's right. So that's the reason we are putting in public. Right now, what we are going to do is, so if you see, I am creating an object here, right? For class, and then I am having one dummy data here, test data, called 100. Okay, I am passing this data here into my function. What happens? That data will be stored in this data, right? During a function call. Okay, then we are printing it here in C. Okay, let's see the program works. Yeah, default constructor is printing that 100. Okay, it's coming in same line, right? What we can do? How can I separate this in new line?
By using endl or slash.
Exactly, yeah. So endl shall we use like this?
std endl.
Yeah, so endl is a part of std library. Since we didn't define the using namespace, right? This will throw an error like the endl was not declared in the scope, right? So it is listing it here, std endl there. So you can type std endl here. Now this should compile and print in separate lines. Yeah. What is the problem here? The problem here is like we are calling this function, right? and we are passing 100. Okay, what happens? We have one copy here, right? I'm assuming that this is a 32-bit compiler, and this line number 34 takes around 4 bytes of memory, right? And what happens when we are calling this function, right, with this 4 bytes, this will get copied into this data. Again, we are storing in a local variable, right? So this again takes 4 bytes. Correct. So totally for this function call, where we are using up 8 bytes of data. Right. This is not needed here. We don't need a copy here. Right. To tell you in detail, right, what I can do is like std cout this data.